Hello there, fellow MCs. I am Carbon Scythe, and today we're going back to Chasing Sunsets. We are at a Hotel San Marino. We're about to talk with Mallory about the fact that she's a clone of my mom. And in the last episode, we also finally got to meet Amanda, who was freed, as it were, from autism. Still don't know if that is the correct term of it, but yeah. Maybe considering that it was Rett syndrome, it could be considered freed. I don't know. I do not know the details about that sort of thing. Either way, kind of weird that we never got to see her as an adult with autism, but I also kind of get why it would be difficult to portray that. So now she's just quirky with a bit of difficulty with social skills. So still kind of like autism in some senses. But yeah. And later on, I guess we're gonna continue a relationship with Jay. Looking forward to that. Let's see how our relationship with Mallory goes. Yeah. Let's go. Hotel San Marino, Tunaloo Harbor. Maybe she'll be willing to open up, now that we're alone. Can't believe Amanda's alright, and she's so normal-ish. No, that was... Which reminds me, I better let Jay know. I already texted her on the way over. She wants to meet us after we're done here. It won't take long. I've been sleeping at Sophie's desk more than my own room. You do know the beach house is closer to the annex than the hotel, right? Yeah, I might have heard something about that. If you wanted to avoid me, that's cool. Just tell me why. Sorry, Kurt. You deserve an explanation. It's not you. It's me. Oof! First time I've been dumped before the first date. No, that not... It was a joke. We can talk about it when we get to your room. As you enter the elevator, you notice Mallory seems tense and nervous. Something's changed. I guess it has. You don't seem self-conscious about your eyes at all now. Mallory turns to look at you pensively. I'm just done keeping up the pretense that the present changes the past. The elevator chimes and the doors open. So this is me unfiltered. Everything out in the open. Entering Mallory's suite, you can see that she was telling the truth about sleeping at the annex. You really haven't spent much time here. Mallory faces you uncertainly, her eyes brimming with emotion. Kurt, Sophie tested my DNA. And? Dad, Devon, was right after all. I am a freak. It can't be that bad, Mal. Just tell me what you've learned. Mallory hesitates a long moment, composing herself before the words gush forth. I'm an engineered genetic approximation of Sarah Campbell, your mother. Like, a clone? Oh, no, wait, fuck you. I'm an engineered genetic approximation. That is different. Oh! That is... Wow! Luigi. But that is exactly what I explained about the Crucible. You take different pieces of things, melt it together into one thing. So, you found the genetic markers for Sarah Campbell and said, I want your genes, I want your genes, I want your genes. Put them into the Crucible, and here we go. Fuck you. Not Mallory, Devon. Wow, somehow that feels just... Had it been a clone of Mallory, like taking a sample from her, Mallory from Sarah, that would have been disgusting. But this feels... rude. You know, like incomprehensibly rude. How the fuck... What the fuck is that feeling? What am I feeling here? Like, a clone? Stunned at the implication, you sit heavily on the bed, and Mallory joins you. Not as I understand it, though the lines get pretty blurry in the details. Then how? Sophie thinks Crucible is some sort of gene editing technology. To duplicate people? To select specific traits and rewrite the modified genome of foreign cells, she thinks. Suddenly self-conscious about her eyes again, Mallory looks away. But obviously the technology isn't perfect, or at least it wasn't when I was made. How would that even work? Mechanically it's similar to IVF, only the zygote is edited before implantation. My mother was pregnant with me and carried me to term. I may have even grown from her egg. A process intended to make minor edits like eye color, replace a whole human being with me. Darwin crossed every ethical line known to medicine, abusing it to get to what he wanted most. Mallory's voice falters, but not before you hear despair creep into it. I can see this is tearing her up, but I feel appalled, angry, empathetic, accepting. I kind of want to say appalled, but at Devon, not at the technology, not at Mallory. Angry works well as well. Empathetic, perhaps, except I kind of need to try to figure out what these words mean in this context. It's not her fault, but what's happened between us has already crossed the line. I can't do this right now, that's a conversation for another time. Mallory -2. Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't want to be with Mallory anymore, but that is not what I'm looking for. It still looks like we're blaming her with that. But I just get her situated on the beach house and we'll deal with this later. You know, I was super close to my mother. I owe a lot of who I am to her. The closeness means that your difference really stand out to me. Okay. Mallory looks at you in confusion. Wait, what happened to trust? Trust +1, I see. Kurt. Let me finish. Sure, there are similarities, but they're superficial. You are not my mother. Devon failed before he started because what made Mom special can't be copied in a lab. Mallory's expression turns solemn and conflicted. And what makes you unique can't be manufactured in one either. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but no matter what, you're still your own person, shaped by the sum of your experiences. Even if someone's biological potential can be duplicated, what a person does with it cannot. Huh. Interesting. I don't hate this. You're a woman who overcame the odds of becoming someone my mother would have respected. A hint of a smile returns to Mallory's face. Does this unit have a soul? You stare at her for a moment in stunned silence. Mom also wasn't a huge-ass nerd. Great game, but that ending sucked. Well, we better get going. I'm actually really curious about how the other things ended up. So I need to check them out. Because this is a big deal. This guy was a fucking psychopath and Pricer had to know. Disrespecting Mom's identity on top of that. On top of what they've done to Mallory. Mallory love and trust +1. I'm going to do everything in my power to burn them to the ground. That is more in line with what I was thinking. You know, I was super close to my mother. I owe a lot of who I am to her. Oh yeah, okay. So we are... Okay. That's really confusing. what we tell her is still the same thing. The only thing that's changed is our stats. That feels disappointing. Yeah, tickle her. Okay, because we are not appalled by her. Huh. Mom isn't here now, but Mallory is. I need to help her deal with it if I can. 11 trust plus 1. I'll have a plenty of time to figure out my own feelings on it later. You know, I was so close to my mother. Okay, okay. What? I guess that explains all of those little moments of familiarity. But for all of the similarities, there are so many differences. Love to... Ha! I can't explain why, but this doesn't change anything for me. You know, I was so close to my mother. Okay. Ha! I like the way he responded with appalled, because it was... But then it turned out that he's going to respond that way regardless. So it was really good that I went back and checked, because this was really bad, in my opinion. I really need your help, could use your help, guys, wrapping my head around this, because this feels like bad. This is how... Okay, yeah, in a sense, they are asking, how are you feeling about Mallory? But I was always thinking, how do you feel about the situation? Which does indicate some other things. But I'm gonna be angry. We are not... I do not have negative opinions about Mallory. But appalled could indicate that we are... Appalled is a different word for disgusted. Which, yeah, it's just really confusing. Well, we better get going. Mallory smiles slightly in agreement. Want to grab some food on the way back to Bianca's? Rain check? Jay is waiting for us at the wet spot to celebrate Amanda's treatment. Isn't that the place where... Don't remind me. I still hear you singing in my nightmares. Funny. When are we supposed to be there? In an hour. Let's set out. Arriving at the elevator, you press the call button. This is a nice hotel. How do you swing a room right before the cyclone? Actually, I reserved it before I left Boston. I wasn't expecting a room on the yacht. Maybe you should hold on to it. We don't have another room for Amanda. She'll stay with me. Not like we haven't shared a bed before. So you are staying? I figured you'd be on the next flight out. Amanda's not ready to travel, and I still have answers I'm waiting on. The elevator dings and you follow her inside. She stands in front of you as the elevator descends. And that's the only reason you're sticking around, right? Don't flirt with her. 1919. But Jay is 35. Mallory lightly backs into you and grinds against your crotch. Oy. Maybe I should have taken a Appalled. Of course. Why else? Can't imagine how anxious I am to get back to my job. Far away from all this tedious paradise. Her hand strays back and rests on top of yours. And all of these confusing feelings. You feel Mary slip something cool and metallic into your hand. Like a key? What's this? Mallory turns to look at you. Bandit's locket! Oh, of course! I'd like you to hold on to it for me while I work through some things. Ah, okay. Are you sure? Safekeeping. Be entrusted with the stewardship of a sentimental item. Mallory simply smiles and turns back to the doors just as they open. Someone is gonna die. The unexpected sight of Christian sends your adrenal glands into overdrive. Ugh, of course. So he's staying here too. Christian quickly recovers, but instead of his usual sneer, he looks conflicted. Kurt, relax, I'm not going to come at you in front of security. That's not what... Look, there's something... That doesn't mean we're going to talk it out either. Stay away from my family. Christian's face hardens and he walks past you. What the fuck was all that about? Buyer's remorse. Trigger conflict in an enemy about his role in current events. Oh! How did we do that? Was it because we beat the crap out of him twice in his lifetime? The elevator door is shut and he's gone. Wonder why he's still here. Was that the guy? The one you kicked off the boat? Yeah, whatever he's up to, it can't be good. I'm going to do a little digging. I'll catch up with you guys at the bar when I'm done. The wet spot, 1 hour later. Alright! Mallory and Jay. Of course, this is not gonna be awkward at all. Jay, she's not gonna be happy when Mallory kisses me. Because she's gonna kiss me. But is Jay gonna kiss me in revenge? When you arrive, you see Jay and Mallory are already talking animatedly. Wow, you two look amazing. See? He can be charming. Hi mom, hi sister. When he wants to be. I can go hang with the captain and drink rum if you two are gonna bust my balls all night. Sit down, you big idiot. Olivia. Let me grab a drink first. Be right back. Oh, get us 2 shots of El Espelon Añejo, please. Añejo. Jay's eyes plead with you silently to ignore that request. Arriving at the bar, you see a familiar face. Is there any place on the island you don't work? Ah, it was Kaili. Okay, I thought it was Tanaka. I cannot tell those two apart. Hey, yo, Haole. Weather the storm, I see. Barely. Yacht got banged up pretty bad, though. Huh. First world problems. Since you blew it last time, can I get you a sex on the beach? Fuck you. Are these two gonna be important? The girls on the left, right? Hilarious. 2 shots of El Espelon Añejo and whatever the local beer is, as long as it's draft. Inano's probably what you're looking for. The local stuff's shit. Kaili pauses and looks at Jay and Mallory joking in the lounge. Which of one of them do you like? The redhead's my sister. Kinky. I don't judge. Thank you. If I'm being honest, I like them both. Mallory, Jay. Oh. You guys never told me you can have a 3-way with those two, but I don't think that's actually possible. And you will not tell me. But I like Jay. Mallory's not that bad, but she has times when she is too much for me. Well, now consider my curiosity piqued. I haven't even had my first drink yet. How about we fix that? I'll ask again in an hour. Kaili hands you a beer across the counter to you. I'll have the shots brought out to you. Just get my attention if you need another round. Returning to the ladies, you find them deep in conversation. So, when will you know the rest? Sophie says sequencing my genome only takes an hour, but detailed analysis takes longer. What is she looking for? I'm just worried about Amanda at the moment. God, I have so many questions. Ladies, your drinks are on the way. Seriously? She guilts me into shots and you roll up sipping a beer. If you were me, you get shit-faced around you too? It's not wrong. The shots arrive and Jay looks at her glass like it's radioactive. Down the hatch, girl. Woohoo! That's what I needed. With significantly more reluctance than Mallory, Jay tosses back the tequila. Her expression afterwards gives you a pretty good idea about where the evening is headed. Well, considering what Jay and I've been up to, that could be a good evening. That's actually really good. Told ya, sneaks up on you fast though, so pace yourself. Amid the music and chat, you realize this is the most relaxed you've ever felt since Sicily. The drinks keep coming and the conversation flows easily. 8 p.m. And so I pretend I didn't know how to ski, and Kurt was all like, damsel in distress detected. Oh. I woke her up at 4 a.m. and her hair was so out of control she looked like a homeless yeti. Kurt used to eat all the stuffing out of the Oreos and put them back in the carton. Oh! The glasses continue to pile up as the evening wears on, and soon Jay is beginning to slur. Sure. Kurt. Last time we got drunk together, you shit my bed. Fuck my life. Is it true that this one tried to talk you out of buying my totally awesome birthday present? Jay's tipsy voice oozes flirtatiousness and her expression is adoring. What can I say? I know my amazing and beautiful sister. How is Mallory going to react to that? For a moment she looks stunned, speechless. But she quickly recovers. Oh my god, the things I'm going to do to you, huh? Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the music. Shit, I'm gonna have to step up my gift game if I'm gonna keep up with you. Are you just a big fat liar? 2 more shots arrive, but are set down in front of you. Oh, in front of you. Well, will you look at that? Oh, hell no! I already avoided my organ donor status with tequila this month. But it's your turn. You have to. Don't look at me. She's making the rules tonight. Sorry, ladies. I'm gonna call the night here. I guess I could do one. I mean, we're not afraid of alcohol in this game. Does it have to be tequila? Jay love, Mallory love. Ooh, anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Until it becomes, a lost kidney. But let's add an incentive. An incentive? Lying on the table, Mallory places a glass in her navel and looks at you suggestively. We're doing body shots! Body shots? Seriously? You know the drill, guys. No hands. Mallory hums cheerfully to herself as she sprinkles some salt onto her neck. With a saucy gleam in her eye, she completes preparations by placing a slice of lime in her mouth. Kurt? Jay stares at Mallory with a complex mixture of apprehension, jealousy, and fascination. You're not just gonna leave a girl hanging, are you? Oh fuck this, sir, challenge accepted, Joan. Resigning yourself to the inevitable, you examine your options. Take the shot straight in, ignore the setup. Game on. Let's feed Jay's inner tiger. If everyone is game, I mean. And had it been anyone else but me, it wouldn't be a problem. But had it been me, I would have run the other direction. Fuck me, I'm a scared little kid in these kind of situations. The shot glass balances precariously in her navel. You lean in toward the shot glass, Mallory's scent mixed with her smokiness of the tequila invitingly. Feeling the heat radiating from her skin, you begin hungrily kissing the salt from her neck. Mallory gasps and leans her head back in response, somehow not spilling a drop. Her breathing intensifies as you tease her neck long enough to draw amused glances from bystanders. You can feel Jay's eyes on you as you finally pull the glass free and swallow the burning liquid. As you withdraw, Mallory locks eyes with you invitingly. Without thinking, you bite the lime, which she immediately releases. Whoops. There's no further pretense that the shot thus evolves into passionate and erotic kiss. So, Kurt, you down for another? Jay's voice is silken purr, but you know better than to mistake it for nonchalance. Sure, sis. You expect to see jealousy on Mallory's face at Jay's challenge, but instead, see only a satisfied grin. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Here's another thing. Does Jay know that you're a clone? Do we all know that we are related, that we are family in a sense? Is this just an insane fuckfest right now? I am... this is too much for me to handle. Oh, you really don't have to. Oh, I want to. I need the gun to blow my brains out. With no hesitation, Jay reclines supine across the table and gazes up at you enigmatically. Amateur's hours are over. That's a bit sexier. With practiced assurance, Jay sprinkles salt on her tanned skin just beneath her breasts. Oh, I like where this is going. Get it, girl! Winking, Jay picks up the other shot glass. Oh. Yeah, I need that gun. Turning her abdominal wall, she slowly pours the contents into her exposed navel. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing, and I need a stress ball. Jay's eyes smolder as she places a fresh slice of lime in her mouth and stares at you invitingly. Oh, when she does that, you are going to die, boy. Oh! Then beckons you teasingly before closing her eyes and presenting her body to you as an offering. Oh my fucking god. Take the shot straight up and ignore the setup. Oh man, I thought that meant that we were ignoring the game altogether. Not that it was per person. Is that me being stupid? Because I don't drink, I've never been drunk. So maybe I just simply don't understand the setup. Also, I don't know if this is a thing in Sweden. Could be that as well. Let's kick it up an inch. Leaning forward, you feel waves of heat emanating off of Jay's hypersensitive skin. She lies motionless, and her breathing barely disturbs the liquid in the makeshift cup of her navel. She's clearly making a statement. Time to make one of my own. Steal a glance at Jay's salted belly and the rise of her breast behind it. Two indomitable women. The sound of the club fade away as you bring your lips to Jay's midriff and begin kissing her skin. Jay shivers beneath your touch and nearly loses some of the tequila pooled in her belly button. Even the fabric of her top can't conceal the hardening nipples as she surrounds to your touch. Languidly, you trace your lips and tongue across her flesh, and Jay's breath begins to come in gasps. Time seems to slow as you bring your lips to Jay's navel and lap the spirit from her sculpted belly. Jay's skin erupts into goose flesh. Ugh, I don't like that word in a sexy sentence. Flesh. Flesh is not sexy. Ugh, goosebumps would work, but goose flesh. And you touch and you hear a sharply intaking breath. Out of the corner of your eye, you see Jay's hand clenching and unclenching involuntarily. Jay's eyes are ablaze with hunger. Her breath escapes and gasps around the line between her teeth. You move forward to bite the lime, but Jay releases the fruit and instantly pulls you into a torrid kiss. I thought she wanted to be careful. Yeah, she's drunk off her ass too. With desperate strength, Jay tries to pull you fully on top of her as the feverish kiss intensifies. Finally, you're welcome! Really? You wanted me too. Are you okay with this? Mallory's voice shatters Jay's passion instantly, and she stares at the other woman in shame. I don't know what came over me, it's not... Bullshit, you just need a little push. So, she was getting you drunk to make this happen. Is that what you're telling me? A push? Mallory, he's my... Shut up, I just found out I'm the Mega Bloks version of his Lego mom, and I kissed him. You two aren't even related. How about I carry the Jerry Springer torch for a minute? Jay gets unsteadily to her feet and leans on you a little for support. We are not having this conversation right now. Shotmaster, make the most out of tequila shots with the ladies. In spite of her words, you can see Jay's body language is mostly relaxed again. I think I've had enough fun for one night. Take me home, now? Sure thing, sis. Pina should be back from the hospital anyway. I'll come with. Nesbitt Residence. Tikehau Beach, after midnight. And that is where I cut off for today's episode. It ended nicely for our main character here. And it's gonna go even nastier. Wait, did I say nasty? Nicely. And then nasty. It's gonna go nasty in the next episode. Yeah. I do believe that. One way or the other, in a way. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. And one extra thank you to Joseph Anderson for donating to me directly on my Ko-fi page. It is really helpful when every little thing that I get helps me get past a few more days. Honestly, it's awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And remember, yes, because you're not the main character, it does not mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.